Hello everybody and welcome to my I can't believe I'm over 700 subscribers Q&A. What is up everybody? I am Mia and you're watching Select Pages, and today we are finally doing the video that I've been wanting to do for the longest time, and it is my Q&A for reaching over 700 subscribers. Now, I know you're supposed to usually do this between like when you hit 100 subscribers or 500 subscribers and 1,000 subscribers, but I've just reached over 700, so yeah, I'm doing it now because I don't know if that's going to even continue to grow from here on out. So thank you so much for everybody who has subscribed, and I'm just so thrilled. I'm so happy. You guys have no idea how happy I am. So with that, we're just going to jump right into the questions. We have a few and I don't want to waste anybody's time, so we're just going to jump right into it. The first question is coming from Vendi from Caught Between Pages, and she asks, are there any book worlds that you definitely do not want to visit? Shh, talking. And that would be any like a dystopia world, you know, Hunger Games, Maze Runner, Wrath in the Dawn, like all of them things. No. And it's funny because having those dystopia worlds really cater more towards like killing kids and teenagers. So I think like if I was in that world now, I probably would be safe. But I got kids of my own. I don't want them to be tribute to the Hunger Games. So definitely not a dystopia world. And she also asks, if you had to pick 3 characters from any book, movie, TV show who remind you of yourself, what characters would you choose? First off, I'm going with Kath from Fangirl. Hello, I was her in college. That was me. I locked myself in the library and I would just sit there and write. I'm going to go with Robin from the Cormoran Strike novels. She is Cormoran's assistant. He's a private investigator. She's his assistant, and she will jump at the chance to do anything. She wants to learn. She wants to be a private investigator herself. So she's always kind of inserting herself in his investigations, and sometimes it's for the best and sometimes it's not for the best, but she's just so eager, and I really resonate with her with that one. And for the third one, I'm going with Monique from Seven Husbands, only because she's a writer too, but she was like really like kind of like low-key, like she sat and listened to Evelyn's story. She only asked questions when she only really needed to, and she was really like a side character. So I think that resonates with me too. It's like I don't have to be like out there in the open and everybody has to notice me. I'm like, I'm chill, I'm cool, I'm in the cut, whatever. So definitely those 3 ladies. Second question comes from Hustle Season. Does your kids like reading, and if so, what types of books? Yes, my kids do like to read. Right now, Danny, my daughter, she's into any type of graphic novel, comic book. She's really into like the Wimpy Kid series and the Babysitter Club series. So, but it has to be comic book form. I have yet to see her actually read through a whole chapter novel, but if it's like a graphic novel, she's all for it. What? Yes, sit. Thank you. And she also asks, is there one book you can change if there is one book that you can change the gender of the main character, which book would it be and why? And I will definitely pick any Rick Riordan book. I will change any of the main characters from the males to females. So that goes for Percy, that goes for Magnus, that goes for, what was the other one? The Kane Chronicles. I can't remember the main character in the Kane Chronicles. And Apollo, Jason from the Hero of Olympus series. All of them are male. The main characters are all male. So one of the series I think should have a main female character, not just as a side. No, not side chick, but as a side character. Like, can we get like a leading lady in one of these series? You might want to work on that, Mr. Riordan. So the next question is coming from the Word Nerd. Hey Margaret. And she asks, what's your favorite place that you live? Where is the favorite place that you live? That definitely has to be Tampa, Florida. That was my first home away from home. So that's gonna always hold a special place in my heart. I love Tampa. I wish I could move back there, but we'll see in the near future. And she also asks, what's the funniest thing your kids ever done? And to me, everything my kids do is funny. But to kind of narrow it down, my son Derek, he you know, like how kids like kind of battle each other with like they dissing each other or whatever. So one day they were dissing each other, and he said something about when she wakes up in the morning, she looks like Santa Claus, and he went ho ho ho. And I just thought that was so funny, the face that he made. And my daughter got mad at me because I laughed so hard, because she was like, "Mommy, that wasn't even funny." And I'm like, "Yes, it was." So that pissed her off, but I thought it was funny. And the funniest thing I think my daughter did was one April Fool year, she brought home this test that I knew that she had studied for and she was ready for it every day. And she brought the test home, and it was like an F. Like, it had like red marks everywhere. Everything was just wrong. And she even worked up tears. She's like, "I just don't know what happened. And oh, I just can't believe I failed." And I got so mad at her. I was like, "How could you fail this? You knew this," and everything like that. And then she was like, she said, turn the page, Mom." And we turned it over, and it just said April Fool's on the back. I mean, like, all I could do was laugh. You want to be in the movie too? Well, you're gonna have to sit still, okay? Sit still. Can y'all see her? She's so bad. I'm trying to get rid of her. Anybody wants her, DM me. Let me know. You can have her. Sit. Stop. Stop. Go. 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 And Marriott also asks, if you could read one book again for the first time, what book would it be? And oh my god, like, what book wouldn't I want to read over and over again? But I'm probably gonna have to go with, and we just talked about this not too long ago, but I probably would have to go with Vampire Academy or Bloodlines. Like, that was like my first foray into like YA fantasies, so I would definitely love to like revisit that again, just to kind of get back into that world of like, oh my god, this shit is so actually pretty cool, and it's not like lame teenagers just running around doing shit. Like, I really enjoyed both of those two series, and I do plan on rereading them again. It's just, oh my gosh, first of all, both of those two series are an investment, and I just don't know when I will have the time to do it. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, love. Shoshana asks, what has been your fave or most surprising book of the year? And that goes to two books. First one being both Nevernight and Godsend. Oh my god, when I first started reading those books, I was like, no, this is not for me. I can't. No, I came this close to DNFing it. But I'm so glad I pushed through, because those are amazing books. I couldn't believe how much I liked it. And the second book is going to be Queen of Geek, which I gave 5 stars to. It is like a cutesy contemporary type book, which is like not me at all. But oh my god, I loved it. I loved it. So definitely those are my most surprising reads. She also asks, what is an underrated book that you think everyone should read? And I'm going to go with the Cainesville novels by, oh my god, Kelly Armstrong. Only because it's like, Kelly Armstrong has a way of just interweaving different types of folklore into her writing, and she just puts it into her stories and make it modernized, where you want to look this crap up and you know that it's real because you would have heard about it you've heard about it before. So definitely Cainesville novels. I think it's like 5 or 6 books in the series, but it's so worth it. The story is amazing. I absolutely love it. And then her last question was, what are some of your favorite TV shows or movies? I don't watch nothing relevant right now. I don't watch a lot of TV, and when I do, it's old stuff. So my all-time favorite show is Frasier, but I love friggin' Frasier. Like, I can watch that all day, every day, which sometimes I do. I love Criminal Minds, even though I haven't seen none of the the newer episodes. I think like I'm like 2 seasons behind right now, but I love Criminal Minds. Favorite movies would be Ferris Bueller's Days Off. Love it. I love Shawshank Redemption, and I love Monsters Inc. Those 3 I can watch on repeat all the time. Snow White and the 7 Shells. Hi Hannah asks, do you listen to music while you read books? No, I do not, because I cannot focus. If it has words in it, I cannot. I have to turn it off, unless it's like some ambient sounds or like rain or ocean waves or something like that. But other than that, I can't listen to music. And she asks, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? And I will pretty much go anywhere exotic and warm. It could be Hawaii, it could be Thailand, it could be the Bahamas, whatever, I don't care. As long as it is warm and exotic looking and beaches everywhere, I'm down. Read with Cindy. Hi Cindy asks, which 2 books would you want to swap characters to see how they perform in different universes? And I love that question. Leave it to Cindy. And I am going to take Leah from the Simonverse, Simon Versus and Leah on Y'all Feet. I'm taking her and I am putting her smack down in the middle of Prithian in the ACOTAR series. That's right, I am linking her up with what's her face? With Moore, with Nesta, and oh, I can't remember her name. Is it Amryn? I think it's Amryn. You know, the one who she's like some type of monster, we don't know who she is. But yeah, I'm linking her with those 3 women and they are gonna go fight in the war because you know Leah was all like sarcastic and oh that's so stupid and you guys need to grow up. So yeah, let's put her in fairy world, in the fae world, and let's see how she does there. And in return, I'm going to take Rhysand from ACOTAR and I'm putting him in the Simonverse as like a high school teacher, where he's going to have everybody, all of the students just like, oh my god, like I'm so in love with Mr. Rhysand. Like he can handle like monsters and fays and you know everything else that they was battling in the ACOTAR series, but can he really handle hearts of you know like teenagers? I think that would be so funny. Maybe I should fanfic right there because that would be so funny. To me at least it would. I don't know about anybody else, but to me it would. Lori and Thomas. Hi Lori, hi Thomas. Writes, if you have unlimited funds to build a house that you would live in forever, what would the finished house look like? Okay Lori, here you go. Take the castle from Beauty and the Beast and modernize it into today's times. Leave the library how it is, but everything else just, you know, throw some paint on it, you know, add a pool, you know, expand the kitchen, you know, and yeah, you got my house right there and there. I love that castle. Pretty much any like Disney based castle, just make it into today's, I want them to deck it out like it's about to be on MTV Cribs. Point blank period. I think that suits me very, very well. Bookish Drama. Hi Ethan. Writes, what book do you regret having read? Now, I really don't regret reading books. Yes, there are some that's like, oh my gosh, what was that? But I don't necessarily regret reading books. But if I had to choose, and we just talked about this, I would have to go with the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series. I could have done without that series. I got through book 1 and 2. By the time I got to book 3, I was just like, I can't, I'm sorry, like I'm going to literally die of boredom if I don't put this book down. So definitely that's a whole nother issue for a whole nother video. Wild Book Garden, hey Kara, wrote, what's one of your favorite movies that might be a little corny but you still love it? That was another hard one for me, like I said, because I don't really watch a lot of movies and stuff, but for some reason the only movie that popped into my head was well, not movie, show was Lab Rats on Disney. I think it's Disney. Like Lab Rats and Girl Meets World, I think it's called, the Boy Meets World spinoff. I love those 2 shows. And I know it's built, you know, for like tweens, not even teenagers, but tweens, and it's corny kid jokes and acting is like not good at all, but I sit and watch those with my daughter all the time and I'm like cracking up laughing. So all of those like little shows like that, definitely those 2. I watch them when it's on. I'm like, oh my god, stop right there. I didn't see this episode. I think I probably watched every episode too, because they're on Netflix. So Court the Reader, hey Courtney, wrote, if you could switch lives for a day with any person living or dead, who would it be? And right now I'm obsessed with this woman. I'm going to have to go with Issa Rae. I just caught on to her HBO Insecure series and her web series from a couple of years ago, Awkward Black Girl. And it's like, oh my god, I am this woman. I could be this woman. And I would just, I would just love to switch places with her for a day. I wouldn't even want to switch places with her. I would literally just want to shadow her for the day and learn her process, ask her filming and video production questions, and just like take heed for anything, any advice that she can give me. So Issa, if you for whatever reason come across this video, hit me up, please, because yeah, I think you're wonderful. I think she is great. She's so creative and down to earth and genuinely funny. That's like the woman that I would want to be. And Courtney also asked sweet or salty, and I'm assuming she's meaning snacks. I like them salty, just saying. The more salt the better, and I know that crap is going to catch up with me later in life, but I love the salt. And we have a question from Butterflies from Bees. Hey girl. And she asks, what's up with that gold camera on your shelf? And what genre of fiction will you not touch with a 10-foot pole? I will not touch romance. Any type of like hardcore romance books is not for me. I do not like it. I barely like romance in the books that I read now, but I figure it's the standard for books. But if this looks like a full-blown romance book, I'm not going to read it. And to answer her other question, this camera here is what she's probably talking about. She's probably talking about this puppy here. And I got this from Ross. And funny story about this is I was trying to figure out if I wanted the gold one or if I wanted the silver one, because they have both colors. And I couldn't decide which one, and I couldn't afford to get both, so I put them both in my cart. It's like, okay, I'm gonna walk around until I decide, so I get to register. And lo and behold, I passed the clearance section, and the gold one was on the clearance. So don't ask me why. It looks like there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, so I got it for like half price. And the clearance section made my decision for me, and I got this one. And I used to keep it on my other bookshelf, my one that broke, because I was being careless and I broke my other bookshelf, because that's the one I used to sit on. Now I moved it over to the other one, and if you're curious about what happened to my other one, I'll link the video up above, because yeah, that was a real genius moment for me. My next question comes from AM Levers. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, girl. I'm sorry. But what are some of your favorite media content, movies, anime, music, video games, etc. you use for inspiration to write? And right now, for what I'm working on, especially with NaNoWriMo, any police dramas. So that's well, Criminal Minds is the first one. Law and Order, Blue Bloods, what else am I drawing? Anything like in that genre, I'm kind of pulling out from, because my story is more geared towards that. But any other inspiration that I use for writing just comes from everyday life. Like, I'm using myself a lot as a starting point for a lot of my writing. So my ears is just always open. I work in the public, so I'm always hearing you know, like conversations or seeing people do certain crap out in the world, and I just tuck it back here for later, and I just use that in my writing. AJ McDonald asks, what was the last book you obsessed over and why was it so good? Okay, so the last book I literally obsessed over was Children of Blood and Bones by Tony Adeyemi, if you don't know yet. And literally when they made the announcement that Fox was making it into a movie, I think it's Fox was making it into a movie, and like this was like one of the biggest book deals ever to be made. Like, I've been obsessed with that book just because the author was black. I was just like, whoa, what? Are you kidding me? She's being compared to J.K. Rowling, which is like a really big deal. So yeah, I was like truly obsessed with that book until release day, and I was even lucky enough to get an arc of the book. So yeah, I was just like, everything was Children of Blood and Bones in my mind, because I just couldn't wait to read it. I thought it was good. I do have a review on it. I'll link it up and below. I really liked it, but kind of as time went by and I started hearing like more reviews on it, I kind of started picking that little stuff that I was like, yeah, that could have been done better, yeah. But overall, I really did enjoy the book, and I do plan on doing a reread of that one when her second book comes out next year, so definitely cannot wait for that. Catherine writes, what is your favorite fruit and what book reminds you of that fruit? Okay, Catherine. I don't eat a lot of fruit, and if I had to pick one, it probably would be strawberries. That's like the safest bet. But I couldn't think of a book with strawberries, so I'm gonna have to go with my second favorite book, fruit, and I went with peaches. I like peaches in my salad. And the only book that reminded me of that was this book called Georgia Peaches and Other Forbidden Fruits, because it has a big ass peach on the front. And it was actually my first let me slow down, LGBTQ book that I've ever read, and it features I think I want to say a lesbian couple. So yeah, I thought it was really good. I really liked it, and that was the only book that came to mind. So thanks for your question. And the last question comes from Miss Kimberly Ann. Hey Kim. And she asks, what's your favorite part about your booktube journey so far? And I think that is an excellent question to end on, and that is basically this moment right here, to feel like I worked up to a milestone that I can share with you guys and just show my genuine love and honest appreciation for everything to this point, when literally a couple of months ago I was ready to quit. After I'm going to hit 3 years. After 3 years, I just wanted to quit, and then for this to explode and happen has been like, I really don't believe it. So there you have it. So that is the end of the video, you guys. Thank you so much for everybody who decided to send me questions. I really do appreciate it, and this was so much fun, and I hope you guys got to learn a little bit more about myself. And I hope everybody stay tuned and stick around, because this channel is only going to get better from here. I got so much works and you guys just have no idea. So please, please, please stick around and continue to watch. And with that, I'm going to shut it off here. I'm gone. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye, loves.